Let me tell you a truth you've probably avoided for a long time. You're not stuck because you still love them. You're stuck because you keep holding on to a story that ended a long time ago. You keep replaying memories like they're proof of something real, something tangible. You hold on to the potential of who they could be like it as a promise they actually made. You stay loyal to a chapter that no longer exists in anyone's story but your own. And the weight you feel? That constant heaviness on your shoulders and in your chest, that's not love. That's resistance. Today, I want to talk about the kind of freedom that isn't soft or poetic. It's not about gentle breezes and dandelion seeds. No, this is the kind of freedom that hits you so hard it rearranges who you are. The freedom that comes from finally letting go. This video isn't for people who are looking for comfort, who want to be told that everything will be okay with a pat on the back. This is for the people who want clarity. For the ones who are tired of pretending they re-okay when they re-screaming on the inside. Tired of chasing closure from someone who won't even give them a straight answer. Tired of waiting for someone to become the person they were never going to be, if that's you. If any of that hits home, then keep listening. Because I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm here to help you break free. Let's get one thing straight. We don't hold on because it's love. We hold on because of the illusion we built around someone. We fall in love with a story, a fantasy. You didn't fall for who they actually were. You fell for who you thought they could be. You fell for the potential you saw, the glimpses of greatness they showed you in the beginning. And you held on to that image for dear life, even when their actions consistently proved it was a mirage. And that's exactly why letting go feels so devastating. It feels like losing a future, not just a person. It feels like a personal failure. It triggers all those painful what-ifs and maybes. Maybe if I had done more. Maybe if I were more patient. Maybe if I had tried harder. It feels like giving up on the version of happiness you so carefully painted in your head, the one you invested so much of your heart and soul into. But listen to me, and I mean really listen. You cannot lose something that was never stable in the first place. You can't save something that only you were fighting for. You can't fix something that wasn't built on truth. It takes two people to build a bridge, and if you're the only one showing up with the tools and the blueprints day after day, you're not building a bridge, you're just standing alone on one side of a canyon. Sometimes the hardest part isn't losing them. It's accepting the lie you stayed for. It's looking in the mirror and admitting that you saw the red flags. You felt the inconsistency, but you chose to believe in the story instead of the reality. That's a tough pill to swallow, but it's the medicine that starts the healing. Imagine this. You're walking uphill, a steep, grueling climb, and you're carrying a heavy suitcase filled to the brim with bricks. Each brick is something you're still carrying from that ended story. One brick is their mixed signals. Another is the hope that they'd finally choose you. There's a big, heavy brick that represents the idealized version of them you made up in your mind. Then there's the brick of guilt you've been dragging around, blaming yourself for how things ended. Another is all the questions you never got answered, the things that keep you up at night. And don't forget the pile of bricks for all the excuses you kept making for their absence, their lack of effort, their emotional distance. Step after agonizing step, it gets heavier. Your back aches, your legs burn, but you don't drop the suitcase. Why? Because you've become convinced that this suitcase is part of your identity now. You think, This is just my burden to carry. But one day you collapse. Not because you weak, but because the weight was never meant to be yours in the first place. It was never your responsibility to carry their issues, their indecisiveness, their inability to love you properly. And when you finally find the strength to open that suitcase, you realize something brutal and liberating all at once. There was nothing inside worth carrying, just emotional debris. Just the dust and rubble of something that was already broken, something you refused to release. Letting go isn't losing anything of value. It's dropping the dead weight you mistook for love. People love to say that letting go means you quit. That's absolute nonsense. Quitting is giving up on yourself. Letting go is the opposite. Letting go means you finally stop negotiating your worth with someone who never even showed up to the table. It means you stop lowering your standards for temporary affection or breadcrumbs of attention. It means you stop making excuses for emotional inconsistency and behavior that you would never tolerate from anyone else. Letting go means you choose peace over chaos. You choose truth over a beautiful, hopeful lie. Letting go is not surrender. It is the ultimate act of self-respect. It's drawing a line in the sand and declaring, my well-being is more important than my attachment to this pain. The moment you release what hurts you, you finally make space for what won't. You clear out the wreckage so something new and healthy can be built. But here is the part no one really talks about. Freedom doesn't feel like freedom at first. It feels empty. It feels terrifyingly quiet. It feels strange and unnatural. You'll find yourself missing the chaos because chaos was familiar. The constant checking of your phone, the overanalyzing, the emotional roller coaster, that was your normal. You'll mistake the newfound loneliness for loss, and you'll question if you made the right decision. You'll wonder if you walked away too soon, or maybe you waited too late. That silence, that emptiness, don't be afraid of it. That's the detox. That's your mind recalibrating after being addicted to a toxic cycle. That's your heart relearning how to beat for itself without bending and breaking for someone else's validation. And then, one random Tuesday, you'll wake up and you'll feel lighter. You'll take a deep breath, and it won't feel like there is a weight on your chest. You'll realize you haven't thought about them in hours, and soon those hours will turn into days. And that's when you finally understand. Healing doesn't announce its arrival with trumpets and a parade. It arrives quietly, subtly, in the moments you're not even paying attention. It's in the song you enjoy without it reminding you of them. It's in the joke you laugh at without feeling a pang of sadness. Healing is the quiet return of you to yourself. Let me give you 3 truths to hold on to. Truth number 1. Not everyone you love is meant to stay in your life forever. Some people come into your life to show you what love is not. They are a lesson, not a life sentence. And that's a powerful lesson, not a tragedy. Truth number 2. Honesty with yourself is the only closure you will ever truly need. You don't need their apology. You don't need their half-baked explanation. You just need to admit to yourself that the relationship was surviving on your effort alone. The moment you accept that truth, you take your power back. And truth number 3, you don't get back your old self. You don't revert to who you were before them. That person is gone. You rebuild a new one. There is no going back. There's only going forward wiser, clearer, stronger, maybe a little colder if needed, but completely and utterly free. Letting go is not a soft, gentle decision. It's sharp. It cuts. It will wound your ego before it ever begins to heal your heart. It requires you to confront the parts of yourself that allowed you to stay for so long. But the freedom that comes afterward, it's real, it's clean, it's powerful. And it is waiting for you, right on the other side of your fear. It's yours the moment you stop chasing what kept breaking you. If you're in the middle of this process right now, if you're feeling that emptiness and that fear, I'm not going to tell you it's easy. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But I am going to tell you it's necessary. You're not losing them. You are gaining yourself back. And trust me, that is the best trade you will ever make. Thanks for listening. If this helped, consider subscribing for more content to help you build a life you love. You've got this.